Okay. I think I found some stuff out. This is cool. Well, let's try that because Michael mentioned that. Okay. This. What a shit show. All right. I mentioned. Oh, maybe I could charge that while I'm at it so I can play games later. Okay. I still don't know what the orange versus that. Whatever. Okay. So, as I said before, my family was setting up a brand new computer for me. I have a tower with lights, I've got a monitor, keyboard. I'm used to a laptop. It didn't just fucking turn on, and it doesn't know any of my passwords. And guess what? I don't either. So now I have a webcam, and all my angles are a little fuckery. We'll get it figured out. And then the kiddo said he'd sit with me and help me fix a little bit of lighting and set some things to make that a little bit better. Oh, look, you can see Daisy. God, that's difficult. All right. Let's see if the camera views work. Okay. Roger. This is what we're doing. Harvest Moon. I attempted to do this the other day. I have been unwell, so I'm sorry that I have delayed coming in. I did try like Thursday or Friday. Nothing fucking worked. It was oh, where's the garbage? Um I'd had a headache. I think I was on like day 2 of the headache. I didn't feel good. I couldn't get my mic working. Hi, looks like somebody's on. Welcome. Couldn't get the machine threaded. I didn't have my glasses. I felt like crap. Nobody was on, and I just went, fuck it. And so I turned it all off and I deleted it. All right. There is some oops. I adjusted this a little bit. All right. Let's see where we're going to put everything. These are my 3 colors. So this is the main block that we'll be kitting up and giving everybody. This is 6 inches. And then this is free. And then if you want to bump it up to a 12-inch block, this is the add-on kit. So first we're going to start with this, see if it works, and then we're going to shift over to this. All right. Last time we were doing CPU usage is 1.4. That's awesome. I was like up in the 60s, which is what prompted everybody to do this. There was, believe it or not, there's enough computers going in my system that in my house that all of this was just extra. So everybody chipped in something, and everybody just had to listen to me bitch figuring out how to get it working because it took me forever to get it working last time. Okay, I pre-cut a couple little things. Let's just see. I have my glasses this time. That'll help. All right, we need 4. Let's see, I think there's 8 of those. 8 of those. What is shown? Oh, wow, right in front of me. I got so used to having to have everything so far away. And then we have 1 3.5-inch square, 4 2-inch squares. These are 2, right? Yep. And 4 3.5 by 2s. All right, this shouldn't be too hard. I see what we're going to do. We're going to crop some corners. Now, do I want to be good and actually mark my damn corners? I usually don't, but I don't think it's going to take that long to do this, so we're going to spread it out. So, oh, and 1 of you left. All right, that's okay. What I should post up at the top here is the fact that I am working through my UFOs typically. And then, do I want to? Yeah, it's not going to matter. Peach tea is the drink tonight. Hopefully our schedule will get, my schedule will get back semi-normal. I'm not normal, so I can't be fully normal. Hope my normal gals pop in. Um, I had a wedding to do or to go to, and that threw off like a Saturday night, or basically I slept on Sunday. Mm, So you guys should go to, and I'll link it. Maybe I should make myself a note that this is that I gotta link something to you guys. But we are having a contest at the shop. We are we have a challenge that we do 4 times a year, and it's really fun. And if some of you guys are interested, you can join on the next one. It's we pick a fabric that's not selling, and it should read as a focus, which this last one kind of didn't, but I was tired of holding on to it. And then you have to make something. Doesn't have to be a quilt, and if it's a quilt, it doesn't have to be 100% finished. And then you make something with it, and then everybody votes, and I give prizes and shit away. So right now we're in the voting stage. So I'll on our Facebook page, Material Magic Studio, we have let's change. We have them all listed and numbered. But now I gotta pick the next one. Fabric. I suppose I could have brought them all over. 1, 2, 3. I only need a couple of these. Suppose there's a couple people that watch that I should just send a note to. When I slide back over there, I'll do that. So this isn't the normal thing that I do. I mean, what's normal? I mean, I have a basic game plan, but realistically, you're stitching and bitching with me. And I think some people, which is totally cool, treat it like a podcast, which is awesome. So does that machine get really, really loud? It might tank it. All right. That's what we're going to work on this weekend, I think. Oh, where's my little... Let's see. Have you guys seen this little doohickey? Where the hell? There we go. I got one of you. Hello. Say hi. Don't make me talk to myself. It sucks. I mean, sometimes I need an extra expert opinion, but for the most part, I don't like the sound of my own voice. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to trim those. So primarily, this is a sew with me. However, if I'm doing something that you have a question about, I'll stop for teachable moments. Otherwise, oh, and they left too. It's been a while. I gotta get back on. I need some new subscribers. I heard there was a bunch of bots cleared out of some things, so that'd be cool. Let's see. This. However, we're coming up on this fucking shop hop, and I absolutely have to test this. So we're going off track. Okay. Oops, is the iron hot? Is the previous project still on the iron? Yes. pincushion. After we test this one, then we can go back to Dalton. So that ka-ching was an internet Etsy sale. If anybody was curious what that noise was. So I got all Twitter pated because the original setup I had for 3 cameras. And then this current setup brought me down to 2. So I had to figure out what I was gonna do. Okay, here's one. This is Jason Yenter's fabric, Falling Leaves. Isn't that gorge? Look at that. So pretty. Just 2 of the fabrics because I have 6 or 7 different ones for sale on the website and Etsy and in the store. Okay. But these are the 2 that are part of our shop. Okay. Time for that. All right, now we're gonna do the other part. So this is making our flying geese. Hello, hello, welcome in. We are pattern testing tonight, and we'll probably be bitching about it because that's what I do. I bitch. Oh, the glasses gotta go back on. Being as I see somebody popped on, where are you from? Join me. Say hi. Be original. Say hi. So I'm wondering if I can play with the sound when we're on this view so that the machine doesn't make it blow your eardrums out. Okay. Well, what can I tell you that you've missed out on since the last time you put up with my shit? Hmm. Well, we have a wedding. Beautiful bride. Groom. I don't know her very well. I know the groom. The groom is what I know. He was on this mountaintop. You could see Hood, Adams, and Mount St. Helens up there. It's beautiful. But we are semi near some forest fires. So it was a little hazy, which kind of sucked. I shouldn't be pushing that all over there when I move the garbage can over here. All right, 1 to the iron. And let's do this. 2. 1, 2. Whoops. You who are watching, are you working on anything tonight? Or are you just flipping channels and happen to run across a live channel? Which I tend to do too, so I get it. Okay. Switch. This one. Okay. Let's see if we can get some of these pressed. Whoops. See, now we've got a little flying geese. And you know it's right when you have about like quarter of an inch here. That means you won't lose your points. Oh, I didn't change the. There we go. I had a new graphic for this one. It looks like I left it as the dinosaur. Sorry. I honestly can't even remember what the fucking graphic looked like. But hey. Okay, look, I got another viewer. Yay! Alright, so here's our 4. So they're going to be like that. And then these are going to go in here. Cute enough, easy enough, right? Shouldn't be too bad. Let's throw this together and then see if we can figure out the next part. Well, I didn't really pay attention. Did I do it the way they said to do it? Yes. Ah, all right. Let's take this one over. Oh, I knocked the square on the ground. So what I'm gonna do is sew a square on either end of the leaf. See that? That doesn't quite work. There's a little space there. I'm famous for fudging it. And let's get this one. How's my old girl? Sleeping? So the next biggest and best thing everybody's fucking talking about online is the allergy chews for dogs. Have you guys done anything like that? And if so, what might you recommend so that I I did some digging and I think I'm gonna go with Finn, Finn, which is not one that I've seen advertised, but I compared it to uh, Dogs Are Human or Dog is People or what that one is. Paw Pawsy, Pawfee. I don't know. Starts with paw. And gosh, there were several, 4 or 5 that I played with. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're hot. All right, now we're gonna do this one. So I'm gonna my hard part is I want to look over and see what the volume is doing on the camera, but I gotta watch where I'm sewing, or that could be bad. Get that started. That was not too bad. And big part of the triangle in. Which means if I pattern test this, I gotta order bags. I gotta make more stickers. I've got to cut kits. Okay, one more. All right. Being as I'm not teaching, I'm just going to point out a little thing though. Now the garbage is in the way. I press those out, and I press that in, which is going to make that nestle really nice. And besides, I press to the least amount of seams, if that makes sense. Okay. And line that and that. Well, fuck a duck. Good thing I got my glasses. So one thing about these little old machines. Oh, oh well, that's not something I'm going to answer. That is just a no-go. So, Sally, if you're watching, I'm live. I'm not going to answer the phone. Hopefully, there's nothing wrong. She watches live sometimes, so I would have thought she'd just pop on there. Bizarre. Okay. And then point in. All right. Well, we got one of you watching now. So it's definitely not Sally. All right. Hey! Hit that. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that gown. All right. Maybe if I pull it up far enough this time, it won't be in the way. Um, that's right. Oh, I sent her a little note. We'll see. And I got 3. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Wait, let's see if I can get this pressed open. And then we have to cut pieces for the backs. Do I have any spray? Oh, I do. Holy hell. Not only do I have it, it's right fucking here. Let's see. What are we going to do next? Oh, I say I got to clean the screen. What? Let's do a little pressing from the opposite side, too. Okay. Now, the question is going to be whether in this little chunk of black that I pulled from just my scraps, whether I can get everything out of it. Bink. Okay. Well, she hasn't answered. All right, so we're going to set the block aside. All right, well, oh, phew. I'm like, nope, I can't get a 6.5-inch square or a 5.5-inch piece. Well, actually, what is the size here? 3.5. We need 2 3.5 by 2.5. So that's going to be this. and I need 2 of them. Maybe we should just kind of check mark these as we go because I've worked all day and who knows what I'm going to remember that I've done. All right. Now, I've had several of you pop in for a second, but then you leave. All right. Let me press it just a little. Okay. Straight edge over here. Yep, that looks pretty nice and straight. Okay. Don't be afraid to fold your fabric if you don't have a big enough space because that happens. So let's cut a 2.5 inch section and see how wide this is. Because I need 2.5 by 6.5 and 2.5 by 5. Crap in the way. Okay, so that's 12 something. I'm going to keep that edge there. And this is a 6.5 inch ruler. All right, that's one of the big ones. And then what's left here? So out of one cut off of that, I can get a 6.5 and a 5.5. So many strips. All right, we're gonna get a 6.5. How many 6.5s? Two. And two 5.5s. Perfect. So there's 6.5. And 5.5. All right, both of those are done. Let's check mark those off. Well, she hasn't responded to my, hey, you're calling while I'm live. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Okay, I need 3 2.5 inch squares. Maybe I should put a Facebook post out on the shop site saying that I'm live. See if anybody joins from over there. So, what did that say? I needed 3? Okay. Well, let's do 1 5-inch cut and a 2.5. That's 1, 2. We got one more. What I like about this ruler is I could have done it this way too, 'cause it's 2.5. All right, so there's 3. Think I'm done with a block. That's not bad for a scrap. Got a bunch done. All right. So I was cold earlier. Now I'm freaking not. Let's see. New colors. Let's see if I can go over here. Let's see, we're going to do this. And we're going to cut, oops, now that I've freaking covered it all up. Okay, keyboard. 4.5 by 2.5, 4.5 by 4.5, 3.5. Okay, so 4.5 is our biggest cut. We'll do that first. Now I'm gonna need a big ruler. Let's pick this one. Let's not, because that's only 4 inches. All right, 4.5. And let's see. Whoops. Let's see. Arrow. Maybe we'll get a few people playing with us if we do that. All right, so we're gonna do. That doesn't look straight. That looks straight. 4.5. Do I just need one of those? Yeah, that's for the upper corner. That didn't sound like it cut very well, but it went right over grooves. You guys have that problem? All right. Under. There we go. I've got 4.5. All right, now out of this piece that's left, let's. So we've got 4.5. So let's do 2.5. So if I can get that out of here. So we started a game night. I wonder if anybody's supposed to be tomorrow. I don't know if anybody's gonna show up. And 2. That's pretty much garbage. So is that. All right, 2, 4.5 by 2.5. That is our letter E. Anybody cares? Hi, whoever hopped in. Oh, there's Sally. Was there something important you called? You don't normally call. 3. Let's do. Look at that. You're my #1 fan because you're the only one that's talked to me. We're going to do 2.5. Okay, 2.5. I got to stop with 4.5. We're all done with the fucking 4.5s. How many 3.5s? 2. 1 and 2. Damn it. Okay, let's put that. Maybe visit. You thinking about coming back out this way? I have shit for time off. Did you do the camper again? Hi, Gully. What are you doing? Silly girl. Oops. We got 2, 3 more by 2.5. Well, if you visited again, I'd be less freaked out as I was the first time, huh? Maybe I could actually figure out how to host people. 2.5. Let's press that. Okay, you gotta help me out here. Pagel? Is that right? Should I just call you Fun World? Because that might be easier to say. Well, card'd be nice. I don't really have a spare bedroom, so I mean, there is a local hotel close by. I can see if I can get any sort of discount because I'm local. 1, 2. Oh, I've only got one. Butterflies? Where did you find the damn butterflies? I want to be able to put butterflies. How'd you do that? 1, 2. Okay, that makes 3. I did not do fine. I figured out where my stress level breaking point was. I was freaked the fuck out. You might not have realized it, but that's kind of a lot. We had to do it. It had to be done at some point, but it really was fucking A, man. I know. It was just bizarre. Not bad, just bizarre. Okay. There's a 1.5. Did I do 4 of those? Shit, I don't know. Yeah, okay. And that, of course, is not goddamn big enough. Did you end up giving that trailer to Leandra? I was like, hey, you guys want to go do something? Let's go see sights so that I would be less freaked out because we were moving and doing something. And you guys are like, oh, we're good. I felt like we just stared at each other the whole time. And I drank. Dear God. At least it's not all new this time. Oh, you haven't yet. Okay. Uh, 2.5. How are they doing? Are they doing okay? That little boy sure is cute. So, fun world. Do you sew? What's your favorite thing to sew? Oh, the old dog's up. All right, let's just fold this into here and set that over there with the black. I found the cutest damn thing. I sent it to her. I should send it to you because it totally seems like something Gary should get him. But it is, you know the, um, where's the mouse? Oh, am I not? How do I make this go back to the camera? Okay. You know the riding mowers that you sit on? You sit on them. and it's kind of like more like the deck is more out in front of you, and you have your two handles. There we go. Two handles that you can. They had a kid one, and it showed this little kid getting on it and just fucking taking off. I'm like, oh my God. Totally see Gary doing. Oh, I don't need to cut any of this. Totally could see Gary getting that for him. Well, if you showed up this time, you could meet Lee. She was in Florida, I think, or New York, Florida. I don't know, something like that. When you came last time, you s- he hasn't got the concept of staring. That's okay. He's still little. I mean, my dad got Michael it was a Harley Davidson one that was like the Jeeps, and that Rev scared the fucking shit out of him. He hated that fucking thing, and my dad was so much money. I felt bad. I felt bad. He hated it. I used to call him Michael Motorcycle because he always had gas. But come to find out, he's a little lactose intolerant, so that was part of it. All right, so I need a 6.5 by 2.5. Let's split this. All right, squares. That's for some reason squares goes there, and then something's squeaking. Must be my shoes. I hate that. All right, what am I doing? I am taking. This is what we're looking at right in here. Yep, it's my shoe. And I need. No, it isn't. All right, so let's draw on the back of these. Okay, I'm hearing shit. Something's squeaking. As long as it's not a mouse, I guess I will put up with it. Oh, thanks, Gary. I see. I like the fact that anything I don't like, I can just blame on the two of you. Hi, Colleen. Yay, somebody's on my post. Hit the like button or whatever you're supposed to do. And Greta's here. Hi. You guys sewing on anything tonight? Because I am not. Well, I mean, I'm sewing on shit I don't want to sew on. You know, Colleen, you're painting your house? It is a nice green. I just saw the picture when I was trying to go on to tell people that I was live and to come talk to me. Of course, I did do that before Sally popped in and said hi to. So, Colleen, painting house. I'm telling you, it looks good. All right, so Colleen, here's the dealio. Uh, it worked. The Pharaoh Quilter is all about getting the UFOs done. So I have a Wheel of Fortune spinning wheel that I put 20 UFOs in, and we'll spin it, and that's the UFO I'm working on. What you should do is number your UFOs so that you can play along with me. And basically, they're UFOs for a reason, so there's going to be a ton of bitching. And this is who I am. I'm not going to be somebody I'm not. So there's swearing, there's And you just gotta put up with my shit. That's it. The feral quilter. I figured Gen X can have everything else, right? Why not a quilter? So here I am, just letting it all hang out. But what do you do? But the boys put together a computer for me because my little laptop was not powerful enough to handle the CPU usage needed to do this lovely thing. I mean, it was working, but oops, I tell you, it's almost worth getting a different machine here so I didn't have to thread this all the time. Or I need to get really good at that threader tool. Ah. Oh, Colleen, did you get my check? Okay. Ah, see, I don't like those scissors. All right, let's see. What do we got? The little piece there. It's a cigarette too. I did have one of my customers come in to see if I wanted or knew of anybody that wanted one like that. It's a 221, I think. Um, Same color. And then in the background of her picture was a white one, and I said, "Oh yeah, I want the white one." Just need heavenly and rays and be done. You know, I'm gonna say it. I have a problem with Heavenly's block, and I know other people that have a problem with it too. I don't know that we could do anything, but I've got a problem with it. Oh, thank you. And when I went to a couple people about it, they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No, no, no, no. I have a problem with this. This should not be religious. This should not be fucking religious." So, Sally, are you still there? Yay, we got 5 people. So Sally Colleen Oler is my friend, and she is the coordinator for our shop. And Greta is also one of my friends. We got close at the beginning of at the beginning of COVID, and she would watch the lives, and then I'd run stuff out to her car. And she happened to be watching live when Greta, do you remember hiding? Oh God, let's see if I can get over here. So we went live a couple minutes early, like we do here, and well, like we continue to do, just to get everybody a chance to get logged in. I did adopt you. You've been assimilated. Um, I'll do two of yours and Dallas hers. Well, wait until I tell you what Rhonda suggested, which I love. Um, and we went live, and it was half an hour after we had closed, and somebody came up the deck to knock on the door, and so I dropped to the floor live on the camera, facing me, going, "Hi, I don't know what to do." And hid from a customer. So then every time she would show up, she'd go, "It's just me. You don't have to hide." Okay, now that that fun story is done, so you'll get a kick out of this, Colleen. Rhonda said we need to make the cross and put it in upside down. Which I fucking love. Uh, you know, gotta give it to Rhonda. So in this shop hop, Sally, it's it's fall. We picked fall fabrics. And so we're all, putting the our blocks in another thing. And so there's horns on the each. Now, let's do both. Um, there's an is there an acorn? There's leaves, there's a bat, there's a cat. If there's not an acorn, there should be. That'd be cute. Um, yeah, I even contact, well, Heavenly Quilts. That should tell you right there. She made her 6-inch block, this little one, a cross, and then the big one, an angel. So the angel's holding the cross. This is non-denominational. This is non. Yeah, I have a problem. I don't know whether I should have a secondary block option. I don't want to come up with an acorn. I'm already a bat. I ain't testing anything else. Colleen, is there an acorn? Because I don't have access to see everything while I'm here sewing with you guys. Oh, you can even see me when I'm over here if we do it this way. You can see me in my big ass Halloween sweater. You can see my old girl. Nope, she went too far. We still have Daisy. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be like the only red block because I'll do it up in. I don't know how you would add a photo onto this, but can you text it to me and then I'll hold my phone up? That might be the easiest way. Because I think somebody tried to put a link in here last time I was live and I don't think it came up. All right, what are we doing? Press today outside. I kind of like that Elizabeth, though. I did contact her and ask if she could help me come up with something other than that because I had people when I originally showed the picture saying that would turn them right off of the hop, and that's sad because that's not the point. All right, let's flip this back down so you can see what the fuck I'm doing. Maybe you can help keep track of what I'm doing because I don't know what I'm doing. I think that is 1 and 2. So I'm going to set 1 and 2 up there and work on. Oh, okay. Let's see. I got it. Did you hear it? Ba-ding! All right, babe. There we go. Nope, Jamie, don't get fucking sucked in. And there's Colleen. There is an acorn. Okay. All right, let's see. What is the best? I think actually that might be the better way. So top center, do you see that? It's a little blurry. All right, let's try. It's all these angles, god damn it. You won't be making the cross. Yeah, well, I don't know anybody that would be. I'm still trying to find the best way to show the image and have it be clear. So there's pumpkins. Is that a turkey or a chicken, a cat? I like the little crow. Barn. Owl's cute. It's all fucking cute except the damn angel block. Yeah, I I like this bottom pumpkin one, which is I don't know if you can tilt it and that way. All right, this one down here in the bottom, it is a lit. Doesn't show for shit. So it's a little pumpkin. Their 6-inch block, and then their 12-inch add-on just adds 2 more pumpkins, so it looks like a stack of pumpkins. It's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. It's all pretty cute. I mean, okay, the owl, the 12-inch block is cute. I don't like their freaking 6-inch block. It's just straight lines. What do you do, right? Let's see. Let me get that back up and running. I had something going in the background. Let's just go into it again. There we go. All right. E. I think it's crazy. She had to put a block out. Yeah, well, whatever. Gotta make sure I haven't missed anything. Everybody's talking. All right, so limiting E. Oh, E is 4.5 by 2.5. I think are those. And then there's going to be 2 of these. This minute iron. I don't know. She's nice as hell, but I don't know. Absolutely nutso. In my opinion, it's a different kind of charger. Bummer, bummer. Um, we need, and we should see if there's any Airbnb type things in the area. That might end up being nicer than a hotel. Okay, that's I didn't draw a line. Eek. Oh well, it's black anyway. Oh shit! Are you okay, dog? Hi. Want to say hi to everybody? Whoops. Let's try that. Want to say hi to everybody? This is Daisy. It might work better. I'm thinking. I'm turning the pumpkin. Well, you're just getting back to school, so you're exhausted anyway. She is almost 15 and a half. She's doing pretty good for being so old. She's an old girl. She's having a lot more potty accidents, though. Hi. I gotta get your collar back on. We have some of those allergy chews coming. We're gonna see if that helps. She gets yeasty ears and then the eyes, which some of it is just glaucoma and stuff. And um, Watson gets really yeasty as well in her ears. Bark. Yeah. What do you think? Well, I haven't talked to Robert about it, but we could probably help with some of the costs of the room and board. Doggy, doggy. If the others come near, I will pick those up too, but 2 of them are asleep on the bed over there. We rearranged. We had, good night, honey. Good luck tomorrow. Um, we had a Murphy bed actually right here. And so it was portrait. And then, yeah, I'm not really sure what all the fucking problem was, but that went away. And my sewing room went from up on the step to down here. And You okay, love? But while the Murphy bed was still here, we set up my sewing up in the window area, and then I just kept looking at this blank spot here, and I'm like, fine, I made it into a design wall. And then it pissed me off that I was way over there, and the design wall was way over here, so we did a move. Oh, a half day. Nice. Okay. You know what Bree said today? I get, I turned on your YouTube channel. It's playing home. She was at the shop all day. She logged into the channel and hit play all and left. Hey, I don't care. It gets me views. 3.5 by 2.5. I think that's this one. Yes. Yes. Oops. 3.5. Okay, so this is 3.5. Oh, I have to make two of them. All right. And a G, which is the same size over here. All right, that's easy enough. Missed one. So I asked earlier, but nobody was on. I figured somebody would give me feedback. Does the machine end up really, really loud? Does that tank the volume? Michael, the expert, said that we could put like a throttle on it and say, don't, even if a sound was going to make it this big, don't top it. Are you doing your block? Yes, I am. Oh, it's quite good. I am. That is exactly what I'm doing. We are pattern testing. I just forgot to change the graphic. There's so much shit to do before you go live. I have to change the name of it, and then I have to come up with a description for the whole episode description. And then I have two programs running. Two programs running. So I have YouTube going and OBS, which is recording software. And then I have, once it gets start, I have to hit start in OBS, go into YouTube, pop out the chat. So I now have that. The one nice thing about this not being on a laptop, I can see everything. Great. But yes. Oh, I missed a step. Oh, and that's that. All right, that makes sense. Let's go fix this. You doing okay, Days? Did you get lost? Daisy, you okay? Did I do that right? Yeah. And then this one would be this. Okay. Who fucking knows? We should do some searches for Airbnb, VRBOs. Just get an idea. And now that I've cut this, this is when we're going to find out that I screwed it up. That, and I did not. And I'm not sure if Ray needs that bolt of fabric for me or not. If she found another way to do this without getting that bolt for me, that would be fine with that. Oh, jeez. I thought I really fucked up there for a second. Okay, that goes up there. All right, now we piece. C, E, E, E. This is the... All right, so this is what we're going to do. I thought she was really sick. Was I wrong on that? Nope. That's going to go there, and that's going to go there. Okay, those are my bat head points. Somebody said she was damn near bedridden, which makes me wonder. I mean, I'm glad that she's taken Lydia's spot, but kind of makes me wonder. Scared the crap out of me. There's the boy. How did they want me to put this together? Well, we're gonna do. I'm cute as shit. Fuck me. I keep leaving myself big tails, so this won't happen. But here we go. Back to the thread in the machine. Okay. Try it again. How was work? Okay. Good tips? And lunch today. No, yeah. You're not out anything, I guess. Alright, which way do I gotta press this in? Oh, crazy busy. Okay, well, whatever. I just hear hearsay stuff, you know. Have you? Oh, you have. Never mind. I answered my own question. Did you text me and I missed it to put stuff in for you? Okay. And I'm gonna press that to the square so that I have, so I can nestle my seams. That. You spent more at Comic-Con this time than you've done on years that you went. You didn't even go to Comic-Con and you spent more money than you normally do. Well, the money you saved on the tickets. Thankfully, you have really good friends that know that. That's pretty cool. They got the exact, he got his tax. He paid for it with his credit card because he knows he was instantly going to get back, so he gets extra money. There you go. There you go. There you go. Gotta like the points. Dum dum dum. We have a bathtub form hat. Okay. This one and this one. Okay. Because I wasn't paying attention right here, I sewed these on the long ones and they should have been on the short ones. There we go. Now we got a seam ripper. Do you still have Sylvia? No, not next year. This has been awful. Hey, did you ever contact Liz or Elizabeth or whoever makes the patterns to see if she'd be interested in doing it? After he was 17. So at 17, he then ruled for a decade. The dog's just running. Somebody's got food. All right, let's. Okay, so that's going to be the tall one, the long one. And this is going to come off here too. Yeah, well, I can tell you, I don't want to be in charge of it. And the fact that both Lydia and Janet are leaving, that leaves me as the only fucking sane one, and I'm not sane. Isn't that fucking scary? It's terrifying. Should all be afraid. Oh my God, I've been at this over an hour. It's just a fact. Come on. But if we get this done today, then we can go on and we'll finish on Dalton next time. Where's this? This is what it come off of, and this is gonna go here. And this is gonna go here. You see it? See it yet? You know, if I had to redo those documents 5 times, I would have lambasted somebody. Well, Ray was one of them, wasn't it? The wrong address or some crap? I don't know. Oh, fuck me. Wrong side. Still have Sylvia. Oh, I have 6 people. Who else is here? Hello? I think some people turn me into a podcast. This is vastly different than selling, I can tell you. Because then I have to just move to the next thing, and I get stuck realizing that I've got all this dead air. Then Janet out again. Then Ray is in, and Janet's back in. Oh my God. I don't know. Janet called me so I would hear it from her directly. I'm like, I fucking hate you. And then offered to help her with her Etsy store. But still, I don't have to be happy about it. Fuck. I'm kind of done with this bat. Just saying. Part of it is because I had to hook up all of the equipment again today. I'm thinking if this little channel thing goes someplace, then I'm going to get a bracket attached to the ceiling, and then hang like the monitor down and lights and tripods and shit so I don't trip over them. Sounds good. Don't know if it'll happen. All right, let's try this shit again. Are you kidding me? It might be time to go to bed. I had it right the first time. It needs to be hooked on that side. Is there another section I can go to and then come back to this? This is my me. Hi. Now, who are you? Scrap Queen 30. I think I know who. I know you must be locally. I think there's been a couple things said, but hi, I'm glad you're here. But do I know you? Jennifer. Hi. Oh, you guys, if you're local, you need to come in and vote for the challenge. Friday is the last day to vote. You like hearing me bitch and swear? Is that it? All right, let's take that one off. Again. Well, we've got to finish Dalton. We're almost done with Dalton. And then we can spin and get another UFO. So be numbering your shit, guys, so that you can. So misery loves company. That was one of those things. Ouch, that my mom always said. Daisy, what you doing? Oh, it's 8:30. She's in her window of, I kind of want to go to bed. All right. One more fucking time. Oh, yay. Well, get your butt in. Anyway, even if you don't make it in, all the images for the all the images for the challenge are on the Facebook page. You get to vote for 3, so read it because I keep getting everybody voting for 1, and that just fucks me up a little bit. But well, you just never know what's going on here. Colleen. I bet you have some UFOs too. Don't you have some half-finished aprons and shit? Okay, I'm warning you right now. If I fuck this up again, you're not going to see the end of this being done. As a side note, though, as UFOs get finished and shop samples are no longer needed, we have been putting them, I have been putting them, love this wee shit. It's all me. Um, Working on bibs. Okay. Um, they've been up for sale on the website. So one of the categories you can click is shop samples. So like the first UFO, which was tightrope, I think. Once that gets Quilted, that'll be up for sale. And you can go see what else is up for sale. Bibs with pacifiers like you've done before. All right. Phew. I thought I was in trouble here. Okay. And then I want this and that. And then my block. Hey, looking at the screen, it looks like a bat. Coolio. All right. Let's just take one section. Are you going to put the bibs in your, isn't your daughter still going to have a booth? And when does that start? Do you know? I know that's not your gig right now, but it was starting in September before, wasn't it? All right. We're just not going to go back and forth. We're just going to do one side and then the other so that I can limit the amount of fuck ups I might get. Pauline, have you been to the new bookstore? I'm going to send them a message. I have a couple ideas. I know. Scary shit. Yeah, it is. Oh, I do. Up, up, up. It wants me to press up. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to have one wing. Well, I think we can wrap this up in under 2 hours. Not by a lot, but are you fucking kidding me? All right. As cute as this machine is, and as much as I love it because her name is Jackie, maybe I need a cheap little brother or something with an automatic fucking threader. These little guys are famous for unthreading anyway. I might be able to get this done in under 2 hours if I didn't have to keep threading my machine. Oops, there we go. Oh, that nestled very nicely. All right, let's long tail. Ready, 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 ready. Do 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 do. Part of that. And it's pressed. Well, I'm gonna assume this way because everything else goes in a circle. So, Daisy, are you toast? Huh? Up the ramp, down the ramp, up the ramp, down. What happened? Oh, well, I think the old tablet turned off. That's all right. It should be plugged in. Shouldn't have gotten. Should not have timed out. What does that look like? Yeah. Hi, Daisy. Weird. Don't know. Hi. You gonna come trip over everything? Don't step on the pedal. Can I bring it closer so I can reach over you? And this one goes here. Hi, Miss Daisy. How are things? How you doing? Well, I fucked something up, but the IDGAF and the new I do not care movement. I do not care. But I had to fudge things. And I do not care. People do not like bats. What's wrong with bats? Those freaking bats. To press up. Then. So I've got a leather jacket and a limited edition, can only get it in another country kind of. I'm gonna have to get one of those shirts that says it's freaking bats. I love bats. Yeah. I have a bat house. I don't know if anybody goes in it. I'm not sure it's in the best spot though, because the men didn't ask me when I have it. Oh, and my block. What goes down here? Ah, isn't that gonna be cute? All right. Thing is, I got this back work in. I'll go ahead. Come over here. Now that I'm being super paranoid about it unthreading, it's doing just fucking fine. Okay. Way out. And this was supposed to be pressed towards the wings. Yeah, we're gonna get this done. And then Dalton. And then we spin again. So I will most likely, what's today? Wednesday. My schedule's all fucked up with you guys. I'm sorry. So I did that wrong. I should have pressed that down. So let's see. If today is Wednesday, we have game night tomorrow. Sunday? Sunday, Monday. Let's try to get it back on track. There's the bat ears, bat wings, and let's just lock that right there. And we should probably see what all we got left to do on Dalton. Oh, I got the last inch and a half an inch, quarter inch. Okay, let's press it open, and I'll use starch. And yeah, I don't think it matters at this point which way I press it, right? If I did it wrong, I'll flip a seam later. All right, let's get. I have some real long strings. I'm gonna have to clean up before we do the next one. Starch. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Did you, Colleen, see the Art East Halloween wiener dog pattern? There is a ghost wiener dog, a skeleton wiener dog, and honestly, I can't get past those two. I can't remember what the rest of them are because we have that glow in the dark fairy frost. I think, right? I think we need to do it. I'm getting more impressed with Art East. At the beginning, it was like, cute stuff, but it was like you'd get the pattern and come to find out it was one block as part of a piece of another big quilt. So you thought you were going to make this big whale and it's just a piece of a big quilt. Yeah, it's super duper cute. Let's see. Try using scrap. Yeah, later ender. That's probably the best way to go here. Tell me about the spinning. I don't know what that is. Spinning. On this, when I was pressing? Is that what you meant? When I look at this pattern, if that's what you meant, um, it looks like the way the arrows go. So when these two were pressed, they needed to press that way, this way, this way. So I figured this was this way, and so kind of spin. Oh, okay. Hang on. I can show you this. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, I know what that is. I found this glue like fucking hairspray, and it's all over my tablet. Overspray. So I'm going to just pull up a random one. This is not obviously my stuff, but then you can hit spin. So this is what to eat. This one is. Well, I guess you're going to have steak. So what I've done is I've put 20 of my UFOs in here, and some of them are gone. You can see that there's no blue ones over here. And so this is what I have left out of the first 20. And I don't know, maybe we'll get it down to like about 3 or 4 and then bring it back up to 20 because I definitely have enough to do that. But that's what we're going to do. And we are doing, some of them are brand new projects and not UFOs. So I kind of lied about that. This was one of them. This was a brand new pattern that I had all the shit sitting there to do. I'll give you just an update on that. And it might be a good idea to see. I have wings. There's little dragon wings. And oh, run away. Let's see what else. I didn't I didn't have Rick Rack, so I made a ruffle. And then he's got his little suede body. And that's not right. It's gonna have suede little beatsies. And yeah, a lot of shit. I'm not a big stuffed animal maker, so there's a ought to be possibly a shit show. I have buttons for hooking the wings and nope, hooking the legs and the arms on. Oh, and the ears are Super cute. They have a little suede on the inside of the ears. I just looked out. I happen to have the exact same fabrics that the sample was done in. Like, he's supposed to be like 7 inches high, but I don't have the right things for eyes. But I might have found those safety eyes in some of Rhonda's mom's shit that's still at the shop. Anyway, this is Dalton. This is Dalton. It's kind of cute. I'll have to stuff them. I did have stuffing here. So really the only thing I'm not sure is the eyes. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to stitch and flip the wings and then sew the veins on them. Yeah, I see some veins on there. Okay. Well, this is going to go in its own playlist. I have a playlist for each thing that we do. So Dalton has his own playlist. Tightrope did. The Mountains does. The shit show that was the cupcake thing is still sitting there and it's on hold. Um, do you want that, Colleen? We could have that. Um, hi. Come here. Come here. Come here. This is a puppy. This is a puppy. This is Scully. This is Agent Dana Scully. Yeah. Hi, Watson. I see you over there. Yeah, hello. It was my birthday yesterday. I'm three, right? Can't you almost hear Daphne? Squirtlers. It's your daddy's dog. So everything has its own playlist. Oh, are you tired? It is bedtime. Um, so I'm gonna do a miscellaneous playlist for shop samples and stuff. So I don't think that will get its own thing, but it's gonna be random shit in that folder. So check it out. Please subscribe so it makes my numbers look good because all that shit counts. Um, I was mentioning earlier, and I've done it too, where I put on a video to play and walk away, but then it looks like I get the views and stuff. So, because like even this one says there's 75 views. Now, at least 6 of them were people that hung out for less than a minute and left, but that's okay. That's totally okay. And there's one woman from Georgia, and one from South Dakota, um, and Scrap Queen, you were in there too, and one other person that's been in several of them. So thank you. I do appreciate that. I don't know if this is going to take off, but it's more fun than being at the shop and I can actually have a conversation with some of you, so that's fun. Um, even if you don't so, even if you're just sitting there bitching with me. All right. Hi, Scully. What are you doing, turd? All right. I will see you later at the shop. In the notes, I'll change the picture, but then I'll also put a link to the Facebook post where you can vote. And if you want, I can do a link to the shop samples on the website. I think that's it. I think that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. This was really fun. Sally, if you're still there, we'll talk about that. I'll look up VRBOs and vacation rentals and shit. That dog's so cute. And that's it, I guess. All right. See, I never know how to end this. Shit. Dog just rolled down the step. I gotta go. All right. Love you all. See you later.